User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Now exiting to the roof. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Hostile contact.
Manual restart required. Alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
It's over now.
Patching you up.
Online. How may I assist you?
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was off. Emergency guidelines suggest the
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was... Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of binary helix...
That's all I need right now.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
Do you know why the reactor...
Emergency guideline.
What do I need
The
to do
valves
to
to the helium-3
That's all I
fuel
need
line.
right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart.
The HE3 fuel lines cut.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities.
That's all I need right now.
Very... Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist?
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological... The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety.
How do I activate
Controls
the
for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint out... User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
What would it take to get the decon failsafe?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired...
Unlock the
on-
decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
The chamber is equipped with... Unfortunately, the fail-safe system is disabled at this time.
What's the problem?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
I think we're done here.
You're good to go.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
They are locked in.
I could bypass the door.
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I assist you?
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who...
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han... First we knew the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot
You were
more
taken
staff.
by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday.
I'm not gonna let any
All I
of
can
you
do is hold out here. There's an emergency elevator. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Tell me about Rift Station.
I can't talk about everything. What do you need to know?
Tell me about the defense.
Secure enough that you shouldn't poke in corners.
I was just impressed with your
Only
operation.
the best get it. What impresses me most is the turret. One guy can lock down the whole facility. The security hub's the last logical fallback, and we'd have cover from the turrets all the way.
What kind of research is done here?
Beats me. I'm not supposed to know. So long as people don't start dying, it's not my problem.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Take cover! Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defense.
You're not part of the crew.
Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Navy.
Great, another human wandering around where they're not wanted. Look, Plague doesn't care who you are. This lab is under quarantine. Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... Yeah. to leave.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
What do you want?
Were they attacked?
They're
by the
suffering
aliens?
from I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to.
You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety.
We reactivated.
These three were exposed to a toxin.
I understand.
But the Thoros B.
Do you imagine that distinction?
Militaries, governments. They'll get this kind of weapon.
There's a reason this.
Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs.
Is he right to keep people?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down.
I'll talk to him.
I can't ask you to do this. But once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our process.
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but we had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we
Talk
lost
to you
him.
later.
I hope you can do something.
This system is online and ready to provide emergency service.
Think you could run that equipment for
Certainly,
us?
Commander. One moment, please.
What? No! Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack.
What sort of work?
I can't. The location is terrible, but the pay is.
You're not happy?
It's easy to forget why science is guided by ethic. Nothing. I didn't work there. I'm a toxicologist. I can't talk about my work. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia, Captain Ventralis.
How are you?
None of us have had enough sleep.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Uncertain. I welcome you.
I heard there was.
For now, with
Let's have a look.
regretfully.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the
God, I
quarantine.
wish we could help those guys. I really do, but
We're
can't
not part
risk-
of your defense plans.
Yeah, but you also have extra guns. All right, you want to gamble? He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies,
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.
You and me both.
What do you want?
I have Ventralis' permission to go in there.
Yeah, he radioed. He also said you have to prove you're not contaminated to get out. You got a death wish? You should stand watches on the barricade.
Your mission ends here, Shepard.
I thought she seemed odd.
You're the Asari from the mess hall.
I was assigned to keep an eye on things here. I was ordered to eliminate you should the opportunity arise. And here you are, trapped in this lab. Weapons free!
Powering up.
She killed the guard, Shepard, just for being in her way.
They came out of there.
You mean the inorganics the Asari had with her?
Venezia brought them with her.
I need to know more about those things.
About the
Rachni? That's preposterous.
Where did they come from?
They found it. I don't have any control.
If you're gonna be crazy, be the...
Crazy?
I need to know everything. I need to know everything about them.
I told you all I can.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I think so. It was hard to concentrate while dodging gunfire.
You were attacked? Look. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people...
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. Let me see that file. An extent... I can't thank you enough. That... Oh, God, what a cliché.
Could you spare a few medical...
You didn't... I need to administer this. Thanks again.